on the positive line, and we see the forces are there, so we know Hashem is showing the world, Mishma, these are crooks, bad people, bring the justice in. Or you say no, that that these troubles times are here. But basically, the way we feel more on the positive side than the negative side. Klal Yisrael feels that way. So that's the mode. And we're not relying on Tzahal, we're relying on Hashem. We have to have that internal reliance, bitachon. You can't be stupid. You have to have achana. You have to get your windows patched up. And as somebody else mentioned, that it says in the Mak of Bara, those people who had believed in Hashem listened to him, and they put their sheep into the hidden miklats. I was going to say the word. I didn't know the English word. The bomb shelters. So you have to do both. That was the mitzvah, but the Jews didn't have to. But still, al pi teva, that has to be done. Prepare. That Hashem, we hope that we will be able to see the godless HaKadosh Baruch and see which meaning HaKadosh Baruch is using, and see that godless there, and only be able to praise Hashem. As I said in Chutz La'aretz, you'll be able to say, those who are here can say Hallel at the Nitzah. Those who are far away won't be able to say Hallel. Nafkin Mina. Anyway, I brought a little riot from here. I thought it was good. The second point I want to say was that that the Jewish people who were Moshe Nefesh for Klal Yisrael, that they were hit mikana talom mishoik sherim v'mosu atzma al Yisrael v'sovlu makos kedei lahokim aleihem lefikos zochu HaKadosh Baruch Hu hem zochu HaKadosh Baruch Hu l'ruach HaKodesh. They gave him ruach HaKodesh. When he said ziknei Yisrael, they were them. Since they were lokia, get ruach HaKodesh. V'nisnamu neviyim aleim. In other words, there's a meeting. If you help Klal Yisrael, mida keneged mida, you take on the savlanas of Klal Yisrael, Hashem gives ruach HaKodesh for that gift to take upon yourself, and God helps you in a spiritual way of growth. Right? Yes.
Emergency right now. For instance, what would be kids in the God? Where would they go? And we're going to take it seriously. We're not in the best preparation, I don't think.
I agree with you. I agree with you that we have to talk seriously. We were talking about it seriously. I talked to my son Shlomo. Where the kid's going to go. We're going to get more keys for the Martev. We have to have it all planned. The same thing over here. We want to make shmira in the area. We want to have the main thing I want to get for you guys. Though people laugh at me, I said you have to have here a walkie-talkie here, which means you're connected to the system. Because you call on the phone, nobody comes. So it has to be walkie-talkie. It's the main thing. And you have to have people here to be shomer for the next 15 days. When we talk to I already had people to sign up here to be shomer ezrachi, at least for the area, which means I don't say we're going to protect anything. That's not my thing, but you got a gun. The guns, what value they have? They give you 1910 models. What I will say is that walkie-talkie that you connect with, that come right away. But if you have no walkie-talkie, you call on the phone. What number do you want? I'm sorry, we're busy. Hard Tziyon, come on, forget about it. You say, I'm an Arab. Just got attacked by a diaspora Yeshiva. 1 second, we're there. Just hold the guy. I mean, just the opposite. So if you have a walkie-talkie, you're in their system, so you get help. That's what it's about. The situation is now more serious, so you have to get more serious. I don't feel in any way weak. I don't feel in any way frightened. I do believe the Yeshiva has to get more bullets. We have to talk about that soon. We have to have a fund or borrow money. We must get bullets. We must get things around the Yeshiva. It has to be serious. I'm talking to you. And we got to see where to put them dot and the people there. We have to stay there for a few days, just preparing the area for to fix the area up. And people have to stay home. Everybody's running away. running away, and they got to do things and let the other guy do it. We'll make a rule: whoever does the work. Good. If not, then we have to have sanctions on the people.
And we in Islam.
Israel are decreeing a fast, a part-day fast, and they're saying Psalms of his. But that's also what we're going to do. But first, we're talking about that we do anyway and always. We're talking about beyond that. Yes. Get their daily amount, they couldn't find it.
What's the day in there?
No, it has nothing to do with Makoshin. That's new. The dimyon is that to mefarsein to the world, the whole tachlis of that was to mefarsein what they were showing. So these 7 months, the America is mefarsein to the world that Iraq's were showing. It has the same common denominator. Yes. According to the Marzal. Yeah. Yes. Because you can't take away someone, it's not yours.
In the old days, that was the Derech Olam.
They were assured. They were assured. That's why we went out to war. We had to ask the Rishus Urim V'Tumim. Could we go? We have a right not to go. Were they Rishonim enough that they lost their degree of ability to hold the land? And if they were a Chatoim, we had no right. We could take it. If not, we had no right. Yes, yes. It was our acceptance of the Sanhedrin. But the other people had to be Rishonim. But if they weren't Rishonim, we had no right. And that's what the world is waiting for, a war. Every 40 years there's another war in order to replenish money and people, and that's what it's all about. But we don't want to be part of that. We want to get the benefits of it. We want to be the babies born in the war, but not the... Yes. Yes. Give tzedakah. Maybe.
That's what they said about the Romans.
Romans didn't give any tzedakah.
Romans built the road.
But they didn't give tzedakah. America, 20% off, you have to. America, no. America really gives a lot to the world. Yeah. No, they have strings attached. But it's still something. It's not half schools, America. So America spoke up. That's how we have to look at it. Okay, you'll say right or wrong, it's not important. Yes? It's recorded now. Right. Oh, say it, it's recorded. The one in the Rashi, and Bubble. And say it, you're the guy. Say it.
He is right what he's saying too.
Yeah.
Because there's people that are involved in Paras, Jewish people, of course, and they say that in the final analysis, Paras will beat Edom, because Edom destroyed the second temple and Paras helped build it. So in the final analysis, Paras is going to beat Edom. And then Rashi says over there, Paras will go into Bavel. That's Bavel. That's not Edom. And then come and take Israel.
When the Prime Minister of Iraq came to Geneva, what was the name of the plane? Babylon. You don't know. Again. Yeah. And Saddam dresses up in the clothing of the Nebuchadnezzar. Okay. That's the script. Who knows? But anyway, gentlemen, we are part of it now.
Paras, by the way, said that they want America and Iraq bloody at each other's noses. So then they can come in
And finish off the Rashi. Couldn't be. Well, we're talking about the now. Right now, we're talking to the now. Tomorrow, everybody got their passports ready. Today's today, tomorrow's tomorrow. Today's today. Now, everybody has to see in his home. And also from today on, everybody should have their guns. The wives should, we're going to get all the guns. The wives, we got to buy bullets. We must buy bullets. Everybody should have at least 1,000 rounds. Or 500 rounds. So you buy magazines, buy 5 magazines. We must buy. Don't you have a gun? No. It's obvious you have to have a gun.
Most of us don't have that.
I don't know about that. Anyway, whatever it is, you gotta think in those terms. Or you carry maize with you, or whatever it is. You have to think in these terms, yes.
I want to bring us the other. Paul was asking the question,
Yeah.
not only in terms of his swing, the America and Boston that Iraq, when they went in, they raped.
Enjoyed this mishpat. If it's the Mashiach plan or not, we're not. But definitely you will see, bad has to get punished. And I think Bush, I give Kol HaKavod for him. Simple thing. He's a chayte, can't be niskar, can't gain, and B is don't mix up another problem in Israel with it. Don't maval bel namoa. This is pay back this and talk about something else. This has to be first. We can't go till this is solved. And I do agree that after 8 hours of talking, you find out what the guy is on his heart. 8 hours takes time to talk. Whenever you say you got to say something, and they heard clearly, Mistam 100 times, the fact that they're assured. Okay. Yes, we opened this house for a Russian. So there's no more Russians coming. Only 3,000 this week.
Well,
Shop time.
I think they're waiting.
Because my uncle has a business, and he's now helping his business with, supplying American soldiers out there. It's just another training program. That's all.
for the whole world, it's French, it's all these
Training.
turn around and use that on the rest
People are spending money. It's not Shabtai. Anything happened? Shabtai.
That never happened in the history of the world.
Didn't happen. He didn't get it. To America and the French and the American. Yeah, all these stories. As far as the world was concerned, that was the whole world together. It may make or break the world. The whole world was excited. What's happening here? And what happened in England won the Spanish Armada, right? And had fights between the Muslims versus the Christians in areas. I mean, there always was, or the Persians with the, or the Mongolians coming out, Or you have the local fights in Athens and Sparta, always fighting, and the key war was taking place, until this subject. It goes on and on. As far as they're concerned, that's the whole world, and that's what's taking place. You know what I mean? Today we have airplanes, so that's the whole world more together, and everything affects them. Those days was localities, but that was for them. The locality, that was the world. Let's run to China. Be mixed up with those billion people there, they won't find you.
You don't look Chinese.
You don't look Chinese. But the only thing is, we're in it now, and what do we do? So our position is, or my position as of today, is hold tight, prepare, and wait to see the miracles take place. That's if there's war. If there's no war and there's peace, then we got problems. That's real. Then we have to sit what to do. When there's war, we hope they'll win, and I feel good about it. We go to Russia, so we know that's the most Mashiach killer. If there's peace, then there's real problem. If he does go back, then we have problems. Then we have real problems. Yes. Change is that the situation is stronger now. Americans are there. I believe America and the world is there, and they won't let this guy go. And no matter what, the world's involved, unless the world switches. Unless America's Congress switches them, and France pulls out, and they say, let's talk about Israel, and talking more. But if America wins and succeeds, and Bush's side wins, then they have to get this guy to move back, and that's very important. Justice wins. Or price of oil wins, whatever you want to say. Whatever you want to say wins. But it does mean something. And I feel confident that the America, Bush at least, in a simplistic level, is talking straight. He's talking straight. And he's right. You can't have a bad guy win. And you can't have a bad guy around, that's all. You're not playing the rules. And therefore, we're forced to do what we're doing, that's all. He's waiting and waiting. And I believe America, at the end, wins. That's what I would believe. Not America, but the whole world. But it could be. But then there'll be another thing happening here. Iraq wins. What happens then? You have all the Arabs line up. Tunisia, Algeria, all line up. Libya. Now what do they do? Say they won. There's an onslaught for the world. What do? Will they stop there? What will they do? Okay, Israel swallowed up. We're in it, part of it. What happens then? What happens? They'll stop. You have collapse of America, Europe. You have a whole... I don't know what they would do, but you can picture. They definitely take advantage of their position. I can see all those Sikhs running into England, Europe. I mean, with the women there, and they're getting the power. I mean, to them, the greatest dream is, to control England and America. Look at them. I mean, they had a greater dream. They had the greatest power. What should stop them? Who's going to drop an arm?
The Americans don't drop it.
Okay, so that's the answer. The neutron bomb, the atom bomb, and that's America must do it, right? At a certain point, they got to do it. Okay.
It's not guaranteed because Russia could always stand against them.
No, when Russia's collapsing, they're hiding their tanks somewhere up north against America. They're bankrupt.
They need food from Israel.
They still got the same amount of atomic weapons.
It's to their. Look, well, I'll ask you one question. Can they control the Arabs? No way. So what do they gain? They're not going to be communistic. They're not going to bow down to the Russians, right?
But this is anything is rational. They've got atomic
No. Stop telling you. America and Russia know their business. That's all. That's the final thing will be. America knows what it means. Russia knows what it means. France knows what it means. Because these Arabs will clear over. What does the Gemara call Arabs? Guys will run after tigers. What are they called? What? Zima. They run after Zima. What does Zima mean? They won. When the state of Israel came into being, I used to talk to my Arab friend Baizian. Baizian used to say, listen, you can get me these nice, beautiful Jewish girls. He says, I can bring all these guys from Kuwait all over here, and they'll just come and give me all the money in the world. I'll go to Tel Aviv, I'll make all the wars, and that's all they want. Just bring them around. That's what he said to me. He's an Arab. So if there's Zima, according to them, they'll want to run to Europe and run to England. It's nuts. I mean, couldn't there be and what do they do when they got into Kuwait? It's nuts. I mean, that's them. So it's full of nuts. So where does this be? They'll destroy the Christian world, the morality. What do they want? What do they want? What does Arab want? 50 wives and 100 wives? I'm not talking Lashon Nikki. So there is a threat. Even to Russia, they're a threat to Russia too. They don't want that. The Russians want a house, and you know what I mean? Whatever you want to say, they want stability. They don't want that. Then they're going to bow down to communism? No way. They're going to be communists? No way. So what? Why do you think? It says for the interest of Russia and everybody, and also China doesn't want those type of people. China doesn't want those people.
There is a possibility that the Americans could say, okay, on Kuwait it's not the guy to fight. Like they did with Vietnam. They'll say, okay, we can't beat them here, but we'll draw the line farther, closer to home.
They can do what they want, but I do know one thing. War we have to count on, America wins. And if there's peace, you have a harder problem for the state of Israel because you have all these nations now. Already, America said, forget about those $1 billion, Egypt. Here's more sophisticated planes. Syria, don't worry. Here's more sophisticated machinery and guns. And all around us, they're going to go home, and they have these soldiers that came home. What are they going to do? They're going to do with so many soldiers. And everybody's concentrating on Israel. Always was. Esav, son of Yaakov. What should happen? And he's going to fight the world. Tal can get it. Come on. They already got gas. They got gas on their missiles. I mean, all these things are there. They have it. Then you have Rabin Vad Matim, you know. You know what I mean? There's a real problem. And then you have to have schusim. Are we, Rav Shach, do we have enough schusim, Rav Shach? That's a real problem. In the tznius aspect of the pork and the Shabbos and the tznius, where are we? Shino l'shaynam, malbusham, everything. So what do we expect? So therefore, I must come from the other side and say, we're going to win. Therefore, hold tight. And we're gonna win. That's how I look at it now. Because at the beginning was that the Iraq attacked Kuwait, and that was it. Who knows? They should have gone further. They should have gone further. Why didn't they go to Saudi Arabia? That was wrong. Had they gone to Saudi Arabia, they'd have been better off. Anyway, that's my position. That's the paradigm, what I would like to say so far. And never even there. Except we got to see to it that those in the Yeshiva have to think practically. I'll go out there myself. We have to think practically of what to do there. You can't have it hang as it is. That's for sure. And people need more bullets, more magazines. There's a way to borrow money. I would borrow money and get the Yeshiva together. But and at Tziyon we're going to try to get today to make sure we have a stand here for with an intercom or something. Must have. And you got to know where your kids are all the time now. You can't have your kids floating. It means you got to have a radio, you have to have the things, but if they say you have to have mechin, and if you're prepared, then okay, what else can you do? You got to learn. That's the basic position. But I don't look down, I look up, yes.
How much the best innocent just simply...
I don't run the world. I don't run the God does. Whatever God does, we'll see. Let us wait and see. That's my answer. Wait and see. See the greatness of God, what he wants to do. Why is Russia worse than Homer different? Because Russia forced people themselves to take off the beard, not to maul the children. You know what I mean? This pressure society is such, you know. How many Gzeras and this? Okay, right? Germany, Gzeras, you're working on us. But here, when you do it yourself because of pressure, Oines Machmas Momon or pressure, whatever it is. So that's worse. So we're all part of that, build Torah and who knows what. But it shows where we're at, what we're doing. Anyway, when we daven and say Kriyat Shema, very simple it says, if you listen to my words and do my mitzvahs and love me, I will send you the water. Yor and Malkos. Yor is one part of water, the other Malkos. You get the rain, all the good rain. And what happens? Yishu and Pen Yiftelavavchem. Right? Botzer Shomai, B'li Motor. We say it every day. What happens? No rain. No rain, but well, doesn't have to go far. We say it twice a day. Now the Rambam comes. It says an interesting word. Mitzvahs min haTorah lizoik ulaharia b'chatzreisos al kol tzor shlo l'tzibur. Rambam holds it's a special din of chatzreisos. Some people chatzreisos and tefillah, but anyway, what about chatzreisos and shofar? But he holds chatzreisos. Shnema al tzor tzor eschem or raskem b'chatzreisos. You got to believe chatzreisos. Kolim al kol dover sheyetza lochem, kipim b'tzara, deva, v'arba. Some things that happen, you're born a chatzos. The dover zeh midarkei tshuva. Really, the sug, the general category is tshuva. It's a way of tshuva. In other words, it's teaching a person to do tshuva. When time there's trouble, what do? Reaction. You cry to Hashem. So what do? You go to the Kosel and you pray. So you think your praying is Tehillim, that the schus of the Tehillim is doing it. But really, so the Rambam says, V'yoriyu, Yedu hakol shibgal maseim harayim. Because we're bad people, bad deeds. Horalahem, as it says. Amnosechem hitu. And that's why we had Mezehu sheyigrom lahaser hatzar malayim. So when you do tshuva, this is like part. Tefillah is also part of the tshuva. Tehillim is part of it, but not that Tehillim is in the prayer of united Tehillim is the thing. Now we take the negative, and this is what I really want to talk about. Avalim lo yizako, v'lo yiru. What happens? You're not going to holler. You don't blow the shofar. Ela yomer dober ze mimina goylam, iralonu. B'tzorzo nikro nikris. That was I said, listen, weather is a normal thing. Weather is beyond a man's control. What is science? Weather is beyond man's control. You have the highs and lows. We know about it, okay? So if they want to change the weather, they put up clouds and do other things, but they feel that weather is beyond their control. The forces of nature is a natural thing. And here the Rambam explains the Midah. Hare zeh derech achzorios. This is like a certain type of a syndrome or a trait or a headspace, but it really comes the midos of achzorios. The goreb sluahem lidobeg maisim aroim, and by having this, you get attached to your bad ways. But taste of tzor and you get more troubles. You're not going to be carried. What's the purpose? Kadesha teshuvu. You only return. Maybe you have to pray and fast in each tzara. You need Hashem's rachman. You have to know the source is God. If a person doesn't recognize or doesn't do the darkei tshuva, so you would think, okay, he's not so religious. He doesn't have eyesight to see God. Well, you'll say maybe that not sensitive enough to recognize HaKadosh Baruch Hu behind the way. Or he's a scientist, he comes from a different culture. According to the Rambam, it's a derech achzorios. He has these traits, the forms of achzorios. He's not a nice guy. What is an achzor? Let's define what is an achzor. Not a nice guy. And not only that, it causes him to hang on because he doesn't recognize Hashem. So he's going to hold on to his maisim roim. So it's mashma, when he will recognize Hashem, so it's a form of getting rid of his maisim roim. He reckons it all comes from God. So that's the formula how to unhook the maisim roim. In other words, if you asked a psychiatrist, how would a person, what would be the factor of uprooting maisim roim? It's to recognize Hashem as the ruler of the world. It all comes from Hashem. There's no chance, there's no habit. Guys, look, Rabbi, that's my nature. That's my way. Okay? Here it comes from Hashem. So you say it's the nature. It's the normal way. So somehow because of that, he reinforces is Maisim Roim. So how to unhook it would be that to know everything comes from Hashem. And he needs Rachmanis from Hashem to be helped. He needs Rachmanis from Hashem to have that. And therefore, the person who doesn't recognize Hashem in these phenomena, no rain, surely when a tzara comes, his heart is an achzari. Now you can have a Messias where a person could be maybe mispalal Hashem Hashem, but since the tefillah, he knows it comes from Hashem, but he's not knowing that it also comes from his maisim roim, because we saw in Kriyat Shema, if you do the mitzvahs, you get the rain. You don't do the mitzvahs, you don't get the rain. So it's therefore it comes from your maisim, from your deeds. You're not getting the rain. You can join us. No discrimination here. No discrimination. But if you see that you realize you can daven to Hashem, you recognize him, but it's not enough. Yeah, it's only davening is only a means in darkei tshuva of removing your bad deeds and also recognizing it coming from Hashem. You need rachmanis from Hashem. That's only in darkei tshuva. But you have to get rid of your maisim mind. So I don't need plus a good tzedakah. I'll now for mikan lahabua do something. It also means you have to get rid of your maisim mind. Or the bod pat you're doing. And therefore, a man at this time is not in the dark tshuva, so he's an achzari. It's achzarius. I'd like everybody to think into this thing a little, because we are now faced with a tzara. And realize that why don't we see the godless Hashem? Why don't we recognize everything's men Hashem to the degree of bringing us to tshuva? Why is it midas achzarios? And what is this midas achzarios? We'll talk about it tomorrow a little bit. Yes?
How does it work? Is it midas achzarios that produces not the emunah in Hashem? Or is it not having the emunah?
Well, if you have the amunah, you're not going to get the achzarios. By having achzarios, you're not going to see amunah. You're not going to see the godless Hashem. And the real problem is not seeing Hashem so much. It's your ma'asim roim. You don't want to let go of your bad deeds. A Rasha can realize it comes from Hashem, but he doesn't want to let rid of his bad deeds. He's an achzari to who and to what? It's a derech achzarius, remember. Look at the Rambam Hilchos Tainus. Perek Aleph Beis and amazing. Now we have to say the Rambam is not a Bali Musa, especially he starts halachas. Yeah, he's talking halachically. We're not talking about. He's talking about maisim roim. How to get rid of maisim roim? You don't get maisim roim with tshuva. You're not chazor. Not only that. You're being doivek b'maisim b'maasayim haram. You're getting attached to it. In other words, you don't unhook from it. You have to unhook from it. So fasting, tefillah, rachmanis is a method in which a machine, just like you have soap that cleans and gets it unhooks the dirt from the skin or from the oil. You know, it's a detergent that takes it away. So when these tzaras come, it's the detergent to remove the achzaris, to remove the dveikus to the ma'asim roim. So we got to know, we have an ace tzara now, we're fasting, so we got to know a little more detail. It's not just, how is that going to help us as a detergent to clean the ma'asim roim and be less achzari, and asking for, to come on to Hashem to asking more rachmanis. And today's the fast, we have to feel it. Maybe later today we'll talk about it, or tomorrow. But definitely that's what we're talking about. You're hungry, you fasted, Yashika. Therefore you're tired to learn, and therefore you also are thinking of tshuva a little bit. I'm not going to eat any more of this, that, who knows. What tshuva? There's a machine here. Any questions on it? We have to work on it. Look at it. We'll talk about it. The beginning of Tainus, Gimel. Hilchas Tainus, Mitzvah, Perek Aleph, Gimel. Look at it.